Hello. Do you kind of hate it when an author shies away from more sensitive topics or like depictions of kind of gruesome scenes? Does it bother you when a scene is just getting so good to a point that you're so excited to see what comes next, but then they kind of just fade it to black? And it's like, oh yeah, oh man, I guess that thing happened. Let's talk about how we feel about how that thing happened, rather than like turning around and describing it. And I go back on and forth on that because there is a difference between leaving something ambiguous for the reader to decide and have some agency in how the story ends, and just not doing the due diligence to properly showcase a scene if it is something vital to the plot, right? It's one of my biggest pet peeves, anyway, in writing. I am D.E. DeGraw. I do everything in my power to showcase the full spectrum of human strengths and weaknesses. My stories are normally achieved by delving into parts of the human psyche that are oftentimes really, really uncomfortable to look at. I really like exploring what creates, what society and humanity would deem as monsters. Like, why do we call them this, right? How did they come to be? Where does this air of superiority come from? Or this holier than thou, right? This what is a casus belli? This believable case that we can make in order to dominate and conquer those we deem lesser than us. And unfortunately, a lot of this is my incessant need to ask questions, stemming from a degree in philosophy and an equally transparent awareness of something that Camus refers to as the absurd. I am a pessimistic existentialist as well, so the intensity of my content might be a little bit too much for somebody, and if that's the case, that's genuinely okay as well. Just be aware that it does explore sensitive themes, oftentimes may make individuals not feel great. I think that it's necessary that we be honest and true to ourselves, but it's not for everyone. I try my best to include content warnings wherever I post, so please make sure that if you do come read my content, that you do read those content warnings and you read informed. I myself, I write in order to preserve a part of myself. I both recognized after losing my grandpa that our experiences are inexplicably bound to the lives that we live. And I later found out that, or received an infertility diagnosis for myself, not my spouse, which basically means that my family tree and lineage will end and die with me. And I don't need anybody's sympathy. I'm not garnering that from anybody. But that's just how it is. That's life. And all that's left for me is to write and make content. So, if you happen to enjoy books that are dark, sometimes challenging, oftentimes tragic, you might be able to find a home for yourself here at my work. A few keynotes: Agony explores the tale of the Luciferian fall from the perspective of an abused child named Lucian, a stand-in for Lucifer, obviously. Generation Omega explores what humanity might look like at that time when Generation Omega is born, after climate change and conflict, possibly nuclear fallout, have ravaged our Earth and resources are limited. And lastly, Vilified, a recent drop that I had no plans and intentions to write, tells the story of a knight that ends up ostracized from the nobility and ultimately rejects their methods, but ends up becoming the exact monster that they make him out to be. Hence the title. My work is typically unapologetically gritty. It refuses to hold back, refuses to look away from the worst parts of the human experience. And I suppose I just want to give you guys a small sample, a poem that I wrote titled The Greatest Sadist. It's a poem that I wrote to explore how deep love can sometimes manifest terrible grief, but also asks the question of if love is something that can be measured, deemed toxic, if it's worth it, etc. And so we'll start and end with that. It goes, I want you to love me sweetly, love me deeply. Lend me your heart and your mind. Give me your all and your everything. Adore me, cherish me, belong to me. I want to take you up, show you mountain peaks, explore the stratosphere, vicariously charge into heaven, lift you up into exalted paradise. I want to ruin you by becoming the only air you can breathe, so that when I'm gone, you collapse into a million pieces, torn violently from your throne on high, and crushed under the gravity of my absence. I want you to despair, to love me catastrophically, allow your heart and your mind to burst wide open, and resound hymns of pain and sorrow. Belong to me, revere me, and mourn me. I want you to suffer, to bear the excruciating weight of my memory upon your fiercely devoted soul, becoming a living, breathing testament to the love that resplendently shattered you. I want you to die, for it to be sacrilege to draw breath without me, or to commit the atrocity of loss acceptance. Consecrate your grief entirely unto me, and relinquish your future to my ghost. If any of this, or of what I've shared, resonates with you, I'd please ask that you come join me and read more of my work on Substack, provided by the link below. Thanks.